Hello there. Welcome to volume two of my favourite albums of the 1980s. As I said in the last video I made, I'm going to do 10 albums per video because I've just got so many I love. So, without further ado, and it's in no particular order as before. First one from 1985, Mr. Stevie Wonder, In Square Circle. This was a close run thing with me. It was either going to be this album or his Characters album from '87, I think it was. But I plugged for this one. It's just got, Part Time Lover, Stranger on the Shore of Love, and one of my favourites, Overjoyed. I just love that song. It's I would say it's his best for it's a mid '80s. So it's I don't think he's in the '80s. I don't think he bettered this. I say Characters were very close, but this one for me does come first place with him. So as I say, check this out, In Square Circle, Stevie Wonder, and we'll move on to the next one, which some people may say, "Oh, no, why choose this album?" Well, it's Duran Duran, but it's Notorious. For me, this album proves that they can still make good music when they only reduced to three members of the group. This was their first albums since the two other members left in mid '80s, and this album's from 1986, and it's got some good tracks on it. As I say, the single Notorious, which I think is just a brilliant song. Skin Trade, another brilliant song. Vital Presidente, American Science on this here. It's just, as I say, it proves that they can do this with two members less, shall we say. And Sam LeBon, his voice is just on top form on this album. So yeah, Notorious, Duran Duran. Right, Miss Tina Turner next, from 1984, Private Dancer. I love Tina. Tina, whatever she does, she's awesome. But so this was her first. So it was a sort of a comeback sort of thing from in the early '80s. So she was a bit silent in the '70s, and this just proves she is one of the best out there. Is it What's Love Got to Do with It? Well smashed that. And I Can't Stand Their version of I Can't Stand the Rain. Private Dancer, one of my favourite songs. Let's Stay Together, which was their sort of comeback single in '83. Better Be Good to Me. It's just full of great songs. Her version of 1984 on here from on it. You go from track to track. There's not one bad track on here, and you can see why the public took her to heart as soon as this was released. As I say, she's never looked back, really. So yeah, Tina Turner, Private Dancer. Now this one was a comeback, shall we say. This group was very silent for the most of the '80s, and this is from 1987, and also came out of nowhere, #1 single with You Win Again. Yeah, it's the Bee Gees with the ESP album. As I say, they were very silent for most of the '80s, and then bang, straight to the top in the UK with You Win Again. So ESP, Angela on here, Crazy for Your Love. It's just, for me, it just proves that the old school, back then when they were the old school, back then, they still knew how to do it, and they was on top form then. And it's a shame, say it's only Barry left out of the three, but still give it a listen. Download it if you want to, but go out and purchase the real thing. Right, next one. From a member of the Clash to his other group, Mick Jones, with Big Audio Dynamite's debut album. This is Big Audio Dynamite. The single E equals MC squared really got me into this. Made me buy this album. Just it's just out there. It's brilliant. They say you've got Medicine Show on here in the bottom line, and it's you can't get anything really different from this to the Clash. What can I say? Give it a listen. If you like the Clash, I mean, it's different, but it's still Mick Jones. It's a distinctive voice there. So give it. This is Big Audio Dynamite. And a second album syndrome now. For me, this album is far superior to the debut album of Howard Jones. This is his second album, Dream into Action. And I find this it's a lot easier, a lot easy. It's an easier listen than Humans Libby did. This one just grabs you and drags you in. Things can only get better. Life in One Day, Look Mama, and of course the big smash, No One Is to Blame. That was a big smash in America, of course. And also this CD's also got the extra track of Like to Get to Know You Well. From 1985, this, for me, better than his debut. It's a shame that by his third album, interest in Howard Jones sort of started to dwindle, which, he made loads more albums after that, but to me, that's the best one. Right, here's the big fella now. Big fella, big voice. Meatloaf from 1984 with Bad Attitude. As I said before in the other video, not all these albums are commercially successful, but it's just that me personally, I love listening to them and the songs on them. It doesn't matter if they're flopped or if they were huge hits to me. These are the ones I like to listen to the most. Bad Attitude from 84 with first single off it was Modern Girl, which was a fairly biggish hit in the UK, about top 20. Then we had Nowhere Fast, Piece of the Action, Jumping the Gun. Then he disappeared for quite a few years until he resurfaced in the 90s with that Wild smash, but I won't mention that because it does go on a bit. So yeah, Meatloaf, Bad Attitude. And some more Americans. Been going on forever and ever, these guys. Is there any stopping them? We shall see. But this one, though, from 1983 is Eliminator, ZZ Top. I've got to admit, it was the Give Me All Your Lovin' and Legs and Sharp Dressed Man which made me buy this album. To be honest, I'd never heard of them before. Well, before I'd seen the videos, I'd heard the songs on the radio and on MTV and stuff like that. But saying that, this album made me buy more like Afterburner, Recycler and Tenor and stuff like that. But it is, you've got your Sharp Dressed Mans on here, Legs, which is one of my favourites, TV Dinners, ZZ Top. Try it. That's all I'm going to say. Try it. Give it a listen. Coming back to the UK now. I hated this group when I was a teenager in the 80s, sort of. But then once I hit my early 20s, I rediscovered them. And thank God I did, because God bless Morrissey. It's the Smiths, and The Queen is Dead. So it's 1986, I think this is, yeah. Queen is Dead, and there's not many there's Big Mouth Strikes Again on here, and The Boy with the Phone in His Side, and There Is a Light That Never Goes Out. But it's the other tracks on here, which it's just the words and the way he sings it, the melancholy of Morris's voice. It's teenage angst. I think everybody who listens to the Smiths knows what I'm on about. Teenage angst, and he knows how to lyrically put them and put it into music and stuff. But for me, this is my favourite of the Smiths albums. The Queen is Dead. And finally, a mixture of UK and American from 1987. I think I think mostly everybody's got a copy of this one in their home somewhere. Fleetwood Mac, Tango in the Night. I just love this. It's, from the opening chords of Big Love, Seven Wonders, Everywhere, even the title song, title of it, The Tango in the Night, is just awesome. Little Lies, Family Man, which is one of my favourites. You just can't knock Mick Fleetwood and the boys, and Lindsey Buckingham and Stevie Nicks and Christine McVie. I think this album is their best, not of just the 80s, but the best of from the career, because they're on top. They are on top, and it's good to see Christine McVie and Lindsey Buckingham back together again, recording new stuff, and so, which really, to me, I've listened to the album. It's just a Fleetwood Mac album to me, because they've got all the other members on there apart from Stevie Nicks. But yeah, there's another one, Tango in the Night, a very, very good album. So there's another 10 from me from Volume 2. I'll mostly see you in Volume 3 if you like these sort of things. So please, do you like these albums? Do you dislike these albums? Leave a comment below. Give us a like, give us a dislike, whatever. We're on Twitter at Geeks Assembled. We've got a Tumblr as well. I'm still trying to figure that one out. I'm trying to set up on Instagram, so we'll most be on there if I could get the links to work. We've got a public Facebook group. Anybody can join that. You'll find us on there. So please subscribe to this channel. And if you want to be part of our group casts, what we do every week, you know what to do. Message us, because we do need other people. The old faces they are good, but we need fresh blood. So until next time, I'll be seeing you.